web3 was a mistake. I had to come in contact with blockchain technology again today, and even after 4 years in active participation in the industry, it is still such a pain, such an inconvenience. The technology is extremely underdeveloped. The only thing the crypto is good for is uh, decentralized casino, and then after that, just the basic functions of money transfer. That's it. Building decentralized applications uh, is mostly bogus. There are some specific cases where that makes sense, but these two will not be developed probably for another 10, 15 years. Because today there is absolutely nothing that can justify the crazy valuations and so on, except for utilization of the tokens for just gambling, which again is also value. Like, it's stupid to forget about that and discount that. I'm not saying to go and short it. It would be absolutely unreasonable, because they have actual value, which is the gambling instrument, which again is also value. The expectation of its change is different, right? It's still value. Anyways, the technology, specific technology itself, is incredibly overhyped. I'm getting upset every time I see it, not only because it's difficult to use, but because of how much, just how bad it is. Anyways, the Ethereum, for example, specifically, today in the current world, it has no reason for existing. There are better chains with better developers at the moment. The Ethereum developers are overpaid and understaffed at the moment, and there's no reason to see it's changing, at least with the current trends. Um, they're just getting outmatched by other teams who are doing better and doing similar things. I mean, there are of course fixes which are like don't short Ethereum. Probably don't have long-term positions in it. Like, try to capture upside. But again, if you're talking very long term, probably not the best idea. But also, like, shorten it. There is just not enough way to justify it. There are crazy cases like Cardano or whatever, which is still stupidly overpriced. It's one of my favorite points to short when the market gets overextended. It just rarely fails. It's such a nice stock. Oh my god, there's absolutely nothing going for it, and it's still at crazy valuations. And then, yeah, whatever. I guess it took a trade with it today. Why not? The great place have always been the gaming tokens, because if we're talking something technical, it's different people have different understandings of actual impact of technology on the crypto and so on. So it's more difficult to really capture the trends and the reactions of different sets of people on the conditions, because like if you look at how trading of a coin goes, right, in the moment we have only the enthusiast of the coin, but then when with alongside the movement, we have larger and larger community starting to again root check what this thing is, and uh, get into the inaction or try to guess it based on understanding of what's happening there. And large part of people are working on the fundamental analysis, and this is eventually what the converges to. And with technological things, there are some gems here and there which are great on the upside, but shorting these things is very uncomfortable and just not a good idea in general. Again, there are some cases where it's warranted, but mostly uh, only due to token structures, which but these are great regardless of the industry. The In very specific cases, again, because just the high inflation doesn't I change much by default in crypto. It's just diminishes EV of longer term positions, but short term it means nothing. There are very specific cases where it just goes too over the board, so as to uh, allow to just pick up the money on floor. But that's happens, but rarely. Anyways, the gold mine is gaming coins because these are, at least for me, but I think just in general, are very easy to look at because the one thing they're all going for is absolutely nothing, and they're all so much worse than anything the actual gaming companies have to offer. I don't play games, but it, it's just the difference is stunningly obvious. So these are always the obvious place, and all it takes is just being able to time the top or few tops of the trend, and it's very similar to how trending of style of clothing or whatever else of some celebrity star goes. It's very linear, very simple, very straightforward. Um, Even more so in gaming comics because again they're one-dimensional. There's absolutely nothing going from, and unless they have like some interesting burning structures, but then there's often a connected token which is great to plan, but that's a completely different story. Anyways, but the other nobody's watching this anyway, so uh, the other very nice source of alpha is altcoins and their interaction with the overall market, the reaction to these coins of the participants as compared to the average on the market. It's just it'd be too long to go into detail of how exactly they interact, but very good idea to map the token classes, coin classes, uh, back like few months on a daily basis and see the change in volumes A of classes and B of long short ratios, which is another thing which is open, which is crazy. But this is like open information. This is there for grabbing, and that's just crazy not to use it. Like, just use it. Just use it. There's no reason not to use it. And the simple way, for example, to utilize the old coins is at some point when the wave gets large enough, there are additional considerations so as to not to start shorting them in the middle of the third, in the middle of the extension, like in the beginning of the end of the extension, if that makes sense. But I'm not going to go into detail. The point being that at some point they get picked up alongside the market because the arbitrage and so on, where arbitrageurs do not really pay attention to the specific details of the coin. The old ones, they're good because they don't have anything novel going for them. So there are no real surprises, and they just very statically, very stably converge back to their old numbers. And you can really see they're just by how much they're extended by just watching the long-short ratio, which is again, this is public information. I still cannot believe this is public information. It made me so much money. This is stupid. This is public information. It's just, I hope for everybody, just like Binance API, there you go, just one pull request away, get request away. This is crazy. This is insane. So, like, if you're not watching it, what the hell are you doing? It's more valuable than open interest values, actually. Well, probably a bit more valuable, at least to me. But both incredible tools. Like, if you're not using any one of them, you're just the hell are you doing? Um, I have extensions for which just I wrote for myself to always have it on my screen when topmost level of it. Actually, there you go, right here. The code's probably bad. I have like a little line on top of my screen, so I can do the other things and keep track of most important metrics. Um, so that's very useful. I really recommend doing it. Anyways, what the hell? What's the good of it? I have no idea. The blockchain is absolute dog shit. I hope to not have to touch it again for a few more weeks. Such disappointment.